go. Back up, back up.
Yeah!
Woo!
Hey guys, welcome to Roadless, the show about Jeeps and everything off-roading. I'm Steve King, and today we're actually going to get some dirt under the tires. We're going wheeling. We are here at Tuttle Creek Off-Road Park in Randolph, Kansas, and we're here with a group from Just Jeeps of Omaha, getting ready to go and go play on the rocks and the mud and the dirt, have some fun. First thing you want to do when you go off-roading is you want to air down your tires. A couple reasons why. One, it allows the sidewall of the tire to flex around the rocks that you're in. It also creates a larger patch for your tread pattern for more traction. And I'll tell you a little tip, if you're ever in the snow, you're not getting traction, if you air down your tires, because most people are between 25 and 35 pounds of air, if you air down, it'll actually give you more traction. So we're gonna use this handy dandy little ARB stem puller. We'll pull the stem out, we'll air these down to 12 pounds in the front, 10 pounds in the rear. I run two different air pressures because I find 12 pounds is enough to keep the tire seated on the rim, and yet still gives me enough flexibility when I'm out wheeling to be able to, you know, get over the obstacles that we're going on. In the rear though, I'm gonna put 10 pounds on because you don't turn with those wheels. 10 pounds makes it so you get more patch that way, you get a little bit better traction. I rotate these about every 3,000 miles, and since I have a full-size spare, I'll rotate the spare in and out as well. The other thing is a lot of people will go out and wheel and they won't have a full-size spare, and that is a mistake. Because if you pop a tire, and I've done it twice, you want to have a full-size spare in order to get you out of the situation you're in. With a donut, just not going to get you home. It's just not going to work for you. So we're out here at Tuttle Creek Off-Road Park in Randolph, Kansas. It's a great park. It is actually owned by the Corps of Engineers, and they allow us to come out here and wheel as long as we take care of the park, clean up trash while we're out here, and don't do anything too stupid. They let us wheel. And from my understanding, during the 50s, this used to be a military installation that they used for, it was either an artillery range or a tank proving ground. And if you go down in certain parts of the park, you can actually see like where foundations were and some sewer pipe and that kind of stuff that we kind of go play on now. But the Army, they've talked at one time about closing this down for off-roading, but the clubs all got together and said, hey, we'll maintain it if you guys will keep it open. And that's what they've done for us. So it is a great spot and one of the real premier spots and kind of a hidden gem here in the Midwest. A lot of people don't know about it, and we just have a blast down here. We're gonna have a good day today. Oh, fudge. Oh, it was the mother of all F words. So coming up drive shaft, I cut the sidewall on this tire just a little bit, but enough that it's leaking. So we're switching out the tire real quick. This is actually the second tire that I've cut down on drive shaft. It's one of my specialties. Scott and Dane are coming up in his LJ. These ledges called the salted in ledges. And he's actually gotten out of the Jeep. He's walked this to make sure he knows exactly where he wants to go. Very slow, locked front and rear. He'll come up through here. He's gonna put his driver's side tire through here, come up kind of where you are. A lot of people think off-roading is fast, but it's really a couple mile an hour is about all you get. You're on your front diff, but back up just a little bit and go passenger. There you go. I think you'll miss it. All right, still out here at Tuttle Creek. We've had 3 breakages. We've had my tire that's popped. We had a drive shaft that's come apart. And now we're working on Kyle's U-joint here. Kyle, who likes to break U-joints on every single wheeling trip that we go on. And now we're doing, okay, just a couple. Now we're doing the driver's side. It's actually not as bad as it seems. You just have to basically take the brakes apart. You got to pull the axle out. You got the U-joint in there. We'll pop the U-joint apart, put a new one on. We'll be back on the trail in 30 minutes probably. Sometimes you can't take the axle bolts off. And when that happens, you have to remove the entire unit bearing as an assembly. It's not exactly how we want to do it, but it'll work. So while we're working on this, we could go over a couple of things. It's always good to wheel with at least one other person. Let people know where you're going and what time you expect to be back in case you get stranded and they know to go look for you. The other thing is bring spare parts. Bring U-joints, bring fluids that you need. You always want a tow strap, a fire extinguisher, and a first aid kit whenever you go wheeling. And somebody with experience. If you don't know how to fix a U-joint and you break one, you're in big trouble. So my recommendation is sit in your garage and change your U-joints out, and you'll figure it out. And you'd rather have it where you can't figure it out in the garage as opposed to down here in the hole in Tuttle Creek. So here's something you don't see every day. He's completely high-centered on his belly pan, and they're teeter-tottering him back and forth. All right, that's it for Roadless. See you next time.